How's everyone doing tonight? We made it to the middle of the week. That's always a good thing, right? It's always a positive thing when we're closer to the weekend. That's the way I view it anyway. So tonight, what are we opening up tonight? Some Flawless Collegiate and Leaf Best of Baseball again, and then a master case of Illusions Football. That one will be a whopper when we get to it. Before we get started, we do have some, we're started already, so let me back up. Before we get started opening up our packs and our boxes, we do have a little information to go over, so let's get started with that right now. So first up is a note about feedback. That's to let you know anytime that you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get it in return, thanks to the wonders of automation. Yeah, so that's one of the things I do like about eBay. They just set that up. You set it up once and it works forever. And of course, the second thing there is a note to say thank you, because I do appreciate everyone who bids and breaks and chats and hangs out with me, keeps me company and all that sort of thing. Right now, we're taking a look at breaks that are already listed on eBay. This is the stuff that is coming up over the course of the next 5 days. So tomorrow night is a Hit Parade triple play box, a half case of Leaf mini football helmets, a half case of Leaf autograph football jerseys, and a full case of Chrome baseball. On Friday night, we'll do a half case of baseball jerseys. Impeccable Football comes out Friday, so we'll do our first case of that Friday evening. Another case of Archive Signature Series Retired Players Edition. Why am I trying to say active players? That was a long time ago that came out. And Gold Label Baseball also releases on Friday. We'll open a case of it Friday night too. On Saturday, it'll be 2 boxes of 2013 Topps Supreme, 2 boxes of 2010 plates and patches, another case of Gold Label, and a half case of Heritage High Number. Still chasing after some Juan Soto in there. On Sunday, what are we going to do on Sunday? We're going to start at 9:15 early. We'll do an autographed baseball jersey, a single one from Hit Parade, a single autographed basketball jersey, and then we're going to do a 16-box master case of Upper Deck Goodwin Champions. And for some reason, I think maybe I did this. Let's see if we can't fix this. This happened last night too, and I never did quite figure it out, but there you go. I think that fixed it. Then on Monday, we will do more Leaf autograph mini helmets in a half case. We'll do a full case of TriStar Game Day Greats autograph football jerseys and another case of Impeccable Football. So that's what the days ahead look like. For tonight, this is the order that we're breaking in, and there's some other information here too. But we're going to start out with Leaf Best of Baseball. Then we will do Flawless Collegiate. And actually, you know what? Let's do that the opposite way. Let's do Flawless Collegiate first, and then we'll do, we'll do Leaf Best of Baseball. That's how it's written. So Leaf Best of Baseball is first, Flawless Collegiate is second, Illusions Football is third. And of course, the free shipping breaks are the first 2 that I named off there. Free shipping stuff with me is always projected to get out the door roughly 6 or 7 days after an auction ends. So projecting that out the door on or before Wednesday the 17th, a week from today. On our Illusions Football, which is our paid shipping break, I'm projecting that out the door on or before Monday. Consolation cards. If your team is not pulled, that's not going to be the case in Illusions. Everybody's going to pull cards in Illusions. But if you're in Flawless or Leaf Best of Baseball and your team is not pulled, you don't hit anything at all, you are still entitled to a consolation trading card. It can be from any year in any series. I do keep track of that for a rolling 90-day period. Because those are free shipping breaks, what typically happens with a free shipping break is that I hang on to consolation cards when they're due, and I just basically keep track of them. And then the next time you have a package coming where you have hit something, I just look back past the last 90 days, grab them all, put them in that package, and they go out the door at once. If you don't want to wait and you'd like your consolation card sent to you right away, you just want it dropped in an envelope with a stamp, I am always happy to do that. You just let me know that that's the way you want it handled. So first up tonight, I have Leaf Best of Baseball. Does that match what we just said? I hope it does. Like, I've got myself all confused. Yeah, Leaf Best of Baseball. Okay. Woo. All right, so first up tonight is, in fact, a 10-box case of 2018 Leaf Best of Baseball. It's full case break. It's break number 2. And, of course, everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, the 10th of October. Our team names are on the left. Winning bidders are across from them, as you see there. And of course, a new spreadsheet will go up before the start of every break. So if you're not in this one, you're going to get a chance to see your name up there shortly. Last but not least, you notice the background went out of focus a tad bit there. That was on purpose. That is just because I don't like all that pesky zooming in and out. So I take autofocus off, and we're still able to see everything. So Jay Allen is here. Hi, Jay Allen. Greg is here. Jay Allen, how many cards are in a box of Gold Label? Gosh, I don't know. I'd have to look at the marketing material. I haven't opened it since last year. I mean, it's not a tremendous amount, but it's not one or anything. But actually, Jay Allen, if you scroll down if you go to one of my listing descriptions for Gold Label, and this is true of any of my listings, guys, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the description, I will have always done a cut and paste of the manufacturer supplied information. And often, not every time, but often at the bottom of that description from the manufacturer, it will tell you how many cards are in a pack or how many packs are in a box, boxes in a case, etc. So it may tell you on there, but I don't remember exactly, Jay Allen. I want to say maybe something like 50, but it may be a few more or less than that. I'm not 100% sure. Greg, you're in Illusions tonight. All right, we'll have to try to find something good for you in there. And Bobby B is here saying, hi, hi, hi. Hey, hey, hey to you too, Bobby B. I think I mailed out some stuff to you today, as a matter of fact, Mr. Bobby. Michael, my shipping charge on Leaf Best of Baseball was free, so I don't think that's double anybody else's charges. Free is free is free, and ditto for Flawless Collegiate, and they are both entirely free shipping. So can't really help you out on that. Can't really do much lower than free. But I don't know. But guys, again, all of that stuff is always going to be right there in the listing. So anytime you want to know, I think it shows that price both, of course, on the listing description. Anytime you want to know shipping charges, it's also going to show them to you again before you check out. So, and besides that, even where I do charge shipping, I don't think I would charge double what anybody charges ever. I don't know if you guys have shipped anything in a while, but it is not cheap. And I just saw a headline where the post office is going to try to raise all their rates again, if you can believe that. Hi, Nicholas. Hi, Chad. Oh, it went east of you, Nicholas. Good. You know what? I'm not as familiar with the geography of the Florida Panhandle. Like, obviously, I know some cities that are down there, but I don't have a really good handle of where everything is. So I wasn't really sure who out of our Florida group was nearby there, but I am glad to see, Nicholas, that it did not impact your area. I was sorry to see the major impact it's had on the area in general. Always hate to see that sort of thing happen to somebody, so. Okay, guys, so let's see here what we have in box number 1. Michael, what are you saying? Tonight's bid was $26.94 US on the Flawless break. Oh, if you're talking about international shipping, well, internationally, guys, I don't offer anything but priority mail. I don't do any first class international shipping at all because it can't be tracked, it can't be insured, and you know what? I just don't do it. I don't do anything other than priority mail or higher when you're talking about international services. Ichiro is our base card out of here, our Leaf Best of Baseball. So guys, on these, it's going to go to either the team they played for the longest, or in this case where we can clearly see a jersey number. If he wore 51 for one team and not for another, it would go to the team that matched up with the 51. If he wore 51 throughout his career, then it's going to go to the team he played for the longest, since there is no team name on it. That's going to be the case with all of the Leaf base that we open tonight. The Yankees have a nice Derek Jeter coming out, and that is Skybox, man. Like, when is the last time we saw one of those come out of anything? That's pretty cool. Skybox, that's crazy. Gina, how are you, man? I am like laughing at your comment. I know what that's in regard to. Nicholas, you said you may have taken, oh no, you said the storm may have taken out a friend's card shop. Well, that's not good. I don't like the sound of that. This is Jose Canseco, and I believe that is going to go to the Oakland A's. Next out, we have Clayton Kershaw as our buyback card, our hit out of this box. It's numbered to 35. It's for the Dodgers, and it is originally out of, looks like Topps Definitive originally. Nicholas, you got a bunch of the rain and the wind. Yeah, Michael, again, I understand what you're saying. As I said, I don't offer international shipping in anything other than the rates that you would have seen there on the listing description. So that is priority mail or higher. So if you are bidding internationally, guys, you don't get free shipping internationally. But once again, eBay will always show you the shipping rate right there on the listing before you make a decision to bid. And then it'll show you again when you check out. Esteban Florial for the Yankees is our base card. And our hit is Mr. Aaron Judge. The Yankees are heating up tonight. This is numbered to 25, Aaron Judge Immaculate. You've got a relic and autograph on that nice encased card. And I think that it just started raining here like really hard. It sounds to me like it started raining here really hard, but I don't hear any thunder or lightning, so hopefully we don't have to worry about any storms or power issues. Frank Thomas, Chicago White Sox is our base card. And our hit here is Nolan Ryan. Nice. And it's for the Rangers. It's numbered to 200. It's upper deck. And there, of course, is your relic and your on-card autograph for that one and the Rangers. Reggie Jackson comes out, Leaf Best Baseball base card. I think we can tell by his uniform on that one that he's a Yankee in that picture, because that's certainly not an Angels uniform nor an A's uniform. So the Reggie Jackson base to the Yankees. The Brewers, we pulled one of these the other night. This is a 1975 Topps Robin Yount, and it is numbered to 8. Graded, or I said numbered, graded to 8, PSA graded. Of course, that's a facsimile signature on there. That's the way the 1975 Topps cards looked. Randy says, poor Yankees. Yeah, man, they got drummed, didn't they? They got kind of schooled a little bit. Ronald Acuna for the Braves, our Leaf base card. Our hit, oh my gosh, Yankees. Oh my gosh. There is another Aaron Judge in here, and this one is graded to 9.5. It's out of 2017 Topps Tier 1. So that is the nice Aaron Judge rookie, numbered to 100 with relic and autograph, and graded 9.5. Autograph grade to 10, card grade to 9.5, and the Yankees are like on fire in this break. On fire. And by the way, I think they sold for less than they sold the other night when they pulled something maybe out of that break, but not like they're pulling tonight. That's crazy tonight. So we looked this guy up out of the first case. This guy is going to go out by way of random because he didn't play for a pro team. He played back in like the 1800s or some craziness, but not for anything that's a current professional team. Here's a nice first Bowman Brendan McKay for the Tampa Bay Rays. That's an excellent hit. It is out of 2017 Bowman Chrome Draft autographs. It is 9.5 gem mint for the card. Autograph grade is 10. And that one, guys, he's going to be good when he gets called up. Another two-way player. So hang on to that one. Gina, this case is good, right? Yeah, I mean, we've had some nice stuff out of here, but I mean, this is what you come to expect out of Leaf Best of. Whether it's best of baseball, best of football, best of basketball, they usually look a lot like this, just great hit after great hit. Best of baseball, Jesus Sanchez. That is another Tampa Bay Ray. That is, of course, our base card. Hey, I have this card. Well, not this one, but one just exactly like it in my own collection. That is a 1968 Johnny Bench rookie card, and it is PSA graded to 5. And taking a look at that and comparing it to what I know my own card to look like, I'm thinking, mine probably, I've always thought mine would grade to about a 5, but maybe not. It's maybe a little bit more centered than that, which was probably a big knock on that one because it's not centered very well, but I don't think my corners and edges are as nice and minty mint as that one. Shohei Ohtani base coming out for the Angels. Our hit is Ken Griffey Jr. and for my Cincinnati Reds, no less. Oh, I'm loving that. That is numbered to 200 with Ken Griffey Jr., and it's an upper deck. Oh, I like that. I don't pull a whole lot of upper deck stuff out of here. Of course, we did just pull the upper deck Nolan Ryan, but in general, the upper decks aren't as common, and I kind of like seeing them. So, I like that. That's a nice hit. Oh, Martin, you wanted to bid on the Yankees tonight, but you didn't make it in time. I'm telling you guys, Auction Sniper. That is why you use auctionsniper.com. There is A-Rod, Mr. Alex Rodriguez, and that will be length of service, as in the team he played for the longest, unless, once again, if the jersey number was specific to one team or another, then it would go to that team. Otherwise, it'll go to the team he played for the longest. Oh my gosh. Okay, we already hit the Johnny Bench. Most of you know my two favorite players of all time are Johnny Bench and Hank Aaron. Look who this is. 1967 Topps Hank Aaron for the Braves. And it is graded to 6. PSA grade of 6. Daggone, man. Oh, I love Leaf Best of Baseball. I love it so much, and I lost money on it. Both breaks we've done, I've lost money on it, and I do care, but yet I don't care because it's been so awesome and I love it. Okay, so, what are you asking me, Chad? You said, what is that? You'll be looking into that. Looking into what? I'm not sure what your question is, Chad. So this guy, this Alexander Cartwright guy, we're giving out by way of random.org. So let's get over here and get that part done. We're going to copy all of our team names here from the listing description. And then I'm going to take you first and follow along behind you so I don't forget to move you there. We're going to paste them all into random here. And I'm going to, because we have more than 10 items in the list, I'm simply going to hit random one single time. Whoever comes out on top will get the Alexander Cartwright card. All right, San Diego Padres. So the Padres get this old dude right here who was some kind of like father of baseball sort of type guy. And I need to put that in something to mark it. Oh, Chad, the Auction Sniper. Sorry, see, I already forgot I had talked about that. Auction Sniper is fantastic, by the way. Auctionsniper.com. It places your bids for you in the closing seconds of an auction. But way beyond that, it can do so much other stuff with bid management. So in other words, you can go in, put your bids in. Let's say you saw an auction 5 days from now you were interested in. You go put your bid in Auction Sniper, but you don't really have to worry about it because it's not going to place it until 5 seconds before the auction ends. So let's say on day 3, you decide you want to decrease your bid. You just go to Auction Sniper and update it. You want to delete your bid. You just delete it. You want to increase it, etc. It'll keep you posted if you're outbid or not. It'll let you manage bid groups. You could bid on like 3 groups for the same item and tell it if you win one thing out of there not to bid on the other 2. There's so much stuff it'll do. It is fantastic. It is free to use unless when you don't win. And if you win an auction, you pay a little fee, but it's like a quarter or something. It's really good. Okay, so Alex Rodriguez, that will go to team he played for the longest, unless, once again, I don't remember if he wore the same uniform number for all the teams he played for or not. But if he wore 3 for only one of them and not the others, it would go to that team. Otherwise, if he wore that throughout his career, it will go to the team he played for the longest. Shohei Ohtani, Angels. Jesus Sanchez, Tampa Bay Rays. Acuna, Braves. Reggie Jackson, that is most certainly a Yankees uniform, not an A's or an Angels uniform, so that one to the Yankees. Frank Thomas is a White Sox. Estevan Florial is a White Sox, or is a Yankee. Good grief. Jose Canseco is in an Oakland A's uniform there. And Ichiro, same as the A-Rod that we had earlier. It will either go to, my guess is that that's a Marlin, but it'll go either by length of service, or if he only wore the 51 for one team and not the others, it would go to the team where he wore the 51. Otherwise, it'll go to the team he played for the longest. Okay, now to recap our hits from here, and why is my camera angle so weird that it's like cutting off the top of it? I don't know, I must have lowered it a little bit tonight. Let's try and raise it up a tad bit. I must have hit it or something. Let's try that again. So there's our nice Hank Aaron 1967 Topps. It is graded, PSA graded to 6 for the Atlanta Braves. The Johnny Bench rookie, love it, 1968 Topps. That one's graded to 5, and I think it's got to be largely because the centering is off, because the corners and edges really aren't too bad on that one. Brendan McKay, first Bowman, Tampa Bay Rays, 9.5 card grade, 10 autograph grade. Sit on that. Whoever's got this coming, sit on that until the kid gets called up, and you're going to make some money. You are going to make money, money, money. Aaron Judge, rookie card. Yeah, it is out of 2017 Tier 1, and it grades to a 9.5 autograph and relic. Nice hit for the Yankees. Robin Yount, Brewers, 1975 Topps. That is an 8 grade on it. His rookie card, I do believe, if I remember correctly. Ken Griffey Jr. for my Cincinnati Reds. That is numbered to 200. It is upper deck. Then we have Nolan Ryan to 200. That one is upper deck as well, and it's for the Rangers, right? Like, they don't always come out for the Rangers, but this one did. Another Aaron Judge in the same case, numbered to 25. That is out of Immaculate. That's out of 2018 Immaculate, so that one not a rookie. Clayton Kershaw to 35, definitive, coming out for the Dodgers. And then look at that. I just love that. That is Derek Jeter for the Yankees. And it's Skybox, man. Like, how cool is that? Yeah, that is like from what, 2000 or something? That's so awesome. So awesome. All right, so that is Leaf Best Baseball in the books. And let's see here. I think I have got myself, am I caught up? No, I've got a way bunch of chats been moving around. Oh, no, Corey, you said that none of your bids went through on eBay? Oh, no. Well, that's no good. Well, I am sorry to hear about that. Corey, I don't know what would have happened that would have caused that to happen. So I'm sorry to hear that. And Benrod, if you don't like Auction Sniper, hey man, I totally respect that. I would say though that aside from, I'm still trying to get our camera angle fixed back, that even aside from the fact that if you don't want to use it for sniping, you can set it up to place a bid way before that. It doesn't have to be the waning seconds of an auction if you don't want it to be. But one of the things that I think is so awesome about it is the bid management part of it, and that does wonders for me. I can put something in and forget about it and get reminded if I'm going to be outbid, or if I win something else in the interim, I can go cancel it, and I'm not worried about having to contact a seller and asking to retract a bid and all that. So I'm a big fan of Auction Sniper for the bid management purposes, if nothing else. But I hear you, man. So we're looking right now, again, if you didn't see this earlier, our projected shipping date for our free breaks tonight, which is Leaf Best of Baseball and Flawless Collegiate. The free shipping stuff projected to go out on or before Wednesday the 17th. The paid shipping breaks for tonight are projected to go out approximately Monday the 15th. Now, sometimes I'm able to get stuff out faster, so if I do, of course, you'll see a tracking number appear in eBay, and you should get a shipping notice from them as well. And of course, in those first two auctions, if you did get skunked, you are entitled to a consolation card. I do keep track of it for 90 days. And normally from the free shipping breaks, I just kind of save them up, and then I send them out the next time you have a hit. But if you want it sooner, you just let me know. And there we just scrolled through our teams and our bidders for Flawless Collegiate coming up right now. And this is the last of the Flawless Collegiate that I have on hand. I may buy some more of this. We'll see how this case comes out tonight. And if we love it, then, you know, yeah, we might buy some more. We'll see how that shakes out. Chad, you said you bought a personal case because you think it's too much of a gamble to bid. Well, man, the case of Leaf Best of Baseball is like not cheap. You could have bid in a lot of breaks for the price of that, but I hear what you're saying, man. It's everybody's got their own way of preferring to do stuff like that. And some of those products with no checklists, like those buyback products where there's no checklist for the buyback cards, you know, it's anybody's guess what's in there. So we all know how that goes. Leaf does provide us handily with a a checklist of the Leaf cards, the ones that they produce themselves, but we're all like, yeah, we don't want that. Like, who cares about those? I don't care about that. I don't know. Oh, Corey, I know, man. I'm so sorry. I don't know why eBay would have gone weird on you tonight. That sounds like not a good thing. You know, that might be good for you too, then, using something like Auction Sniper, since I know your internet connection can be kind of dicey at times. That might be a thing that would work well for you too. I don't know. Justin Jackson comes out first. That is numbered to 15. And just as a reminder to everyone, because, oh gosh, because these are in their, I made a big old mess, didn't I? Because these guys are in their collegiate uniforms, it will go to their current team. If they're an active player, if they are a retired player, it'll be the team they played for the longest. Maybe I can try not to knock over the camera again, because that is twice tonight that I have managed to knock myself into the camera. So that's always good news, right? I don't know. I don't know what is happening this evening. Sorry about that. Darius Geis comes out next with a nice big patch to 25 for the Redskins. Then we have Barry Sanders. Oh, Barry Sanders to 5 for the Lions. I love that hit. Barry Sanders is so sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I do like that. Now we have Marcus Allen to 10. Marcus Allen, I want to say, isn't Marcus Allen a Raider, right? We'll double check him and make sure that there's no other teams involved and that I'm correct about that, but I think he's a Raider. Derek Carr is most assuredly a Raider, numbered to 15. Got some nice, nice patches there and some good-looking autographs coming out of here tonight. Next out is Nyheim Hines for the Colts. I think that's who Benrud has, right? Numbered to 25. At least that's who you've been hitting in all these breaks. I'm not sure if you have them tonight or not, but I think that's how that works. Oh, I just saw Nicholas says you're taken out. Okay, well, Nicholas, I'm glad that you are safe down there. Thanks for checking in with us tonight and letting us know that you're all right. Cortland Sutton with a very nice patch and autograph numbered to 5 for the Broncos. Then we have Mason Rudolph, hey, for my Pittsburgh Steelers. That is numbered to 10, which of course we're going to have another super nice patch. Yeah, Jerry, I agree with you. I think Auction Sniper can definitely help save you some money, in many different ways, even though it can cost you a little money when you win the bids. I agree with you. I prefer Auction Sniper for a lot of reasons, and bid management is really, honestly, one of them. So, okay, Sam Darnold, 1 of 1. Can you say boom? Yeah, you can. 1 of 1, kids. Oh, yeah, we've been waiting for that. We've been pulling a lot of Sam Darnold out of Flawless Collegiate, but nobody else is going to have this one because it's the only one. Jets, congratulations, because that is insane. Sony Michel comes out for the Patriots, and Sony is numbered to 8 with our little chip of... What is that? What's blue? What's a blue stone? I should know that, right? But yet I can't think of what it is. I know. That's bad. I know. And our diamond is Josh Rosen. Or is that an emerald? That's an emerald. Sorry. Our emerald is Josh Rosen, maybe, numbered to 5. And, of course, that is for the Arizona Cardinals. And this little card talks about a diamond thing, but, like, that's not a diamond. That's blue, so I don't know. Well, anyway, there's some kind of little thing telling you, you know, that they're not fake gemstones and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, Flawless Basketball, Corey, is not out yet. So I can't get that one quite yet, but I do have it ordered for sure. So we are gonna have some Flawless Basketball when it shows up. So we'll definitely have a bit of that. So Sapphire, thank you. I'm like, Martin, why could I? No, sapphires are green. Sapphires are green. What's blue is the question. Is it like lapis or what? What is blue? Is blue sapphire too? I thought sapphires were... No, emeralds are green. You're right. Duh. Emeralds are green. Sapphires are blue. And apparently I am not very good with my gemstones beyond diamonds. So there you go. Cortland Sutton, that is numbered to 5 for the Broncos. Naheem Hines to 25 coming out for the Colts. This handsome Derek Carr comes out to 15 for the Raiders. Barry Sanders, fantastic hit for the Lions, numbered to 5. Darius Geis rocking it to 25 for the Redskins. Justin Jackson to 15 for the Chargers. Mason Rudolph for the Pittsburgh Steelers, numbered to 10. Let me look up the Marcus Allen really quickly. I mean, I think that's a Raider. I really would be surprised if that's if I'm wrong about that, but I could be wrong about it. So let's go check it out, and find out. And for the moment, I cannot see anything in chat while you guys while I'm looking this up. But I just want to make certain that I'm not overlooking this, because I could be some other teams that maybe beat him on length of service, but I don't really think so. I always think of Marcus Allen as a Raider. But let's look. It's loading. Loading. Come on, brother. Yeah, so we were 11. He was 11 years as the Raiders, only 5 years as a Chief. So for sure, he is a Raider exactly as we thought he would be, but now it's all nice and verified. Our very, very handsome Sam Darnold, 1 of 1. Yeah, you heard it right. 1 of 1 for the Jets. Josh Rosen, another one of our nice young quarterbacks, to 5 for the Arizona Cardinals. And then last but not least is Sony Michel. That is numbered to 8 for the Patriots. Gina says, now we know why you don't do jewelry breaks. For real, because you know what? The only one I care about are the diamonds. I don't know about all these others. Emeralds, sapphires, all that. I kind of know it, but yet I didn't, and I couldn't get it out of my head in time. And anyway, someone rode to my rescue, and that's what matters. Martin. It was Martin that rode to my rescue there to save me with telling me that the blue gemstone was a sapphire when my poor brain would not recall it. But yeah, you know, there's a reason they say diamonds are a girl's best friend. Am I right? Okay, so we are moving into our paid shipping break right now. You've probably seen this by now, probably more than once if you've been on throughout. But of course, we are headed into a 16-box case of Illusions football. It's a master case comprised of our 2 8-box inners. We're going to have a whopping 80 hits in this. I'm projecting it out the door on Monday. If I can get it out to you sooner than that, I certainly will. And of course, like everything else, it ended tonight, Wednesday night, the 10th of October. We've got our team names on the left. Our winning bidders are across from it on the right-hand side. And listen, this is the time to settle in. So if you've got to have like a snack or, you know, a soda or some adult beverage to keep you company, now's the time to go get it, because this break's going to take a while. And this is the last of the Illusions that I have on hand as well. So I don't know if I'll get any more of this. Probably not. Mainly because I think we've got Phoenix coming out next week, if I remember correctly. I believe it comes out next Wednesday. Of course, we've got Impeccable Football coming out this week, coming out on Friday. But that is, of course, a quick and easy break for Impeccable Football. But Phoenix, of course, it's another, it's kind of like Illusions. Like, there's not a ton of cards in it, but by the time you do the gigantic cases that they send, it takes a while. I do not know why Panini is so opposed to doing a simple 12-box case. Like, how hard is it, really, to just do a normal 12-box case? But no, they do all these 16-box cases and 20-box cases and crazy stuff. I think that they decide their case size based on what the total price is. I really do. I think they have a set price in mind for like what they want a case to sell for, like no less than whatever it is, XYZ. And then they just add as many boxes as it takes to hit that price. I know that sounds crazy, but I swear to you, I think that's what they do. So in each box of Illusions, we will find 2 autographs and 2 memorabilia cards and 1 rookie jersey autograph. In this special little pack, which is at the bottom of every box, we will find an encased card. And we had an encased card last year too, but this year all those encased cards are autographed. So we know that's going to be one of our autographs out of every box. And of course, there's plenty of numbered cards in here. There are some acetate inserts of various types that we'll find throughout as well. And what else? What else can I think about with Illusions? And I think that's kind of that's the gist of it. They're a little bit thicker cards, of course, than most. Like maybe like about a 55-point card or something like that. And there's a lot of them by the time we do 16 boxes, so it'll take us a little while. So this acetate is numbered to 299. This is numbered to 25 with Kyle Lauletta. So right off the top, we find a nice low-numbered parallel there for the Giants. Then, of course, our base, we're going to kind of buzz on through it because there are a lot of cards to look at tonight. Arden Key is numbered to 199, so our first autograph hit is for the Raiders. And anytime we see one that is gold like this, it will be numbered to 499. We will also see green ones that are numbered to 99. We'll see blue ones that are numbered to, I think, 199. Or no. Yeah, I think the blue ones are maybe 249. I don't know. We'll have to find a blue one before I tell you. I'm about to tell you the wrong thing. Kalen Ballage, that is for the Dolphins. It is numbered to 499 on that relic. You saw that we had a redemption come out, and the redemption is right there. We're going to leave that face down until we get to the end of the break, and then we'll check it out. We're going to find a lot of these cards with 2 different teams on them. All of those are going to sit over there in a little housekeeping pile, and we will deal with them at the end of the break. I'll scoot all this over so it's got a spot to sit. And here's one of our blue ones, as a matter of fact, and it is numbered to 249. So whenever we see blue, it will be to 249. Gold is to 499. Green is to 99. And red maybe is 199. We'll find out when we see a red one come along shortly. Nick Chubb, that is for the Browns. And a surprisingly nice patch with the 2 color orange and white to 100. Oftentimes the Browns patches are a little bit boring, you know, because their uniform is, well, mostly brown. To 199, the Jerick McKinnon. And should we do these as we go per box, or should we save them and open them all at the end? What do you guys think? While I'm taking the packs out, let's weigh in on it. Do you want to wait and open all the encased ones at the very end of the break so you have something to look forward to, or do you want to open them as we go? Speak now or forever hold your peace. We'll set the one from this box up there for a minute. Well, then you can't see it. We'll set it right there in the back while you guys weigh in and tell me what you think, which you want to do. In the past, we have been opening them as we go, box by box. So see, Bobby B says he wants to open them right now as we go, and then Jake says he wants to save them. So we have a tie. Gotta have some more of you gotta weigh in. Brandon says save them at the end. Dee Dee says save them for the end. Oh, I think you're getting outvoted, Bobby B. I think you're getting outvoted. So right now, Greg and Bobby B want to see them now. But 1, 2, 3, 4 of you say, no, let's wait and save them at the end. Oh, there's 5th vote for save them to the end. Yeah, Greg and Bobby B, I think you all got outvoted on this one. So that'll give us something to look forward to as well. So we'll have a little stack of those going along with our redemption. So we'll have a 16 of those we'll get to open right at the end of the break. That'll be fun. I like that. That's to 75 on the Christian McCaffrey. That sort of, I don't even know what you'd call that, sort of a rose sort of color, pink, purple, rose-ish. Those are always numbered to 75 in here. And we usually find 2 or 3 of them, I would say, that are numbered to that. Not like an extraordinary number of them to 75, but a few. Bobby, oh, you said that's your life story, being outvoted. Oh, Bobby, that makes me feel bad, man. Christine likes it at the end, too. All right, so we're definitely going to roll that way. And Brandon, you've had good luck when you wait on them till the end, so it's kind of a superstition thing, too, huh? Numbered to 25, it is Ray McLeod for the Buffalo Bills with that autograph. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I like saving them up. It gives me something to look forward to at the very end. Another redemption. We have 2 of those stacked up there in our TBD pile. Mr. Calvin Ridley. That is numbered to 100 for the Falcons. What are the poor Falcons going to do, man? Like 2/3 of their team is injured. I think their season might be going the way of my Pittsburgh Steelers. I think My Steelers aren't looking very good this year. I mean, I know we beat the Falcons, but we haven't been looking very good. To $4.99, that is Kiki for the Texans. Another one of our dual team cards going to set right over there to the side. Another one to $1.99, and that is box 2 completed, sort of, except for that. So I'm trying to think, I believe, guys, that in addition to, now they changed the release calendar, and I'm not always ahead of the curve there, but if I remember right, I believe we'll get Phoenix football next Wednesday, a week from, is today Wednesday? Yeah, a week from today. And I think we also get Immaculate Basketball next Wednesday. And maybe 5-Star Baseball? Yeah, maybe. There's 3 pretty good, what's the word I'm looking for? Exciting things coming out Wednesday. If they don't change the calendar. But of course, in the meantime, we're going to have Impeccable football on Friday, which I love. I love all the Impeccable stuff. So super looking forward to that. And then Gold Label baseball is usually fun too. And we still got loads of other stuff. I've still got Bowman Chrome. We've still got Heritage High Number. We've got Heritage Minor League. Oh my gosh, so much stuff. So much stuff. We're not enough hours in our week. That's numbered to 99 on the Mike Gesicki to break everything that I'd like to break. Well, there might be enough hours to break it. There probably wouldn't be enough hours to get it sorted and shipped. That's probably more like it. To $1.99, that was Marquez Valdez-Scantling and the Green Bay Packers. So I saw where Mike Tomlin got fined $25,000 for saying that all the penalties they're calling these days are a joke. Marshawn Lynch and Rashad Penny. That is numbered to 50 with a nice little dual relic there with Marshawn and Rashad for the Seahawks. But didn't you kind of know when you heard him make the comment, and he had to know too when he said it. I mean, he had to know he was going to get fined. But $25K was a little harsh, man. I mean, good grief. But he is right. It's so stupid. Somebody said the other day the penalty is now called touching the passer. It's like, it's no longer roughing the passer, it's touching the passer. And I mean, that's about the truth of it. It's crazy. Wow, that is a nice patch. Look at that, man. That is crazy. That is 1, 2, 3, 5 colors in that patch. It's numbered to 25. It's Deshaun Jackson and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bobby B, you said to hire you and you will come and pack and ship. Well, hey, man, sure thing. If you live nearby me, I'd hire you. You could come right on. I'd keep you plenty busy, man. I could probably keep you busy for 30 hours a week anyway. And then you'd be going, no, I want to go home. I don't want to do this anymore. That is Ronald Jones II. It is numbered to 399. Tampa Bay Buccaneers autograph and relic. You saw a little Panini Rewards point come flying out of there. That replaced one of our hits. Boo. And it now sits over here in our housekeeping area with our other little tasks that we will need to complete. In fact, we're going to have to create ourselves a little space here, I think. Our housekeeping area is growing rather large. So that'll make it maybe a little more manageable. You said I can pay you in cards. Listen, man, if you saw all the cards that were in here, like I need to pay somebody to come and sort my personal cards. I have so many. It is absurd. And then, you know, like if I buy into breaks, when the packages come in, I just kind of open them up and take out whatever interests me the most. And then the rest of it, I just put it in that big pile of cards and think, oh yeah, I'll sort that sometime or another. And then I don't. And then it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah, there's like, oh, it's bad. There's a lot. There's a lot of cards of my own that need to be sorted, and they need to be put in sleeves and top loaders, and they need to be sent off for grading and all kinds of stuff. None of it's done. But that's how it goes, right? It's because I make sure that I get your all stuff out. So my stuff kind of sits and collects dust, but that's okay. I can get around to sorting my stuff, you know, when I'm 90 and I don't have anything else to do. And by then, the stuff that's not worth anything might be worth a lot. Or the stuff that's worth a lot now might not be worth anything then. So I guess there's two ways to look at that. That was to 199, LaShawn McCoy and the Bills. Nyheim Hines is coming out for the Colts. That is numbered to 499. Hey, Greg, who have you got in here tonight? You said nice on one of them that went by, so I'm thinking maybe we hit something for one of your teams, but I don't remember who you have in here. That's the 249. So you got to let us know so we can work some mojo for you. That one is numbered to 99. Also, though, goes in our little housekeeping pile up there. Tops, or not Tops, Panini likes to mess with us and give us these two-team cards so that they give us extra work to do, right? Trubisky to 499. He did an interview this week where he said... this is Dante Pettis for the 49ers to 499. He said his teammates have basically threatened him that he has to keep wearing that compression sleeve on his arm because, of course, you know, he wore it the day he threw the 6 touchdowns. And so now they're superstitious about it. They think that's their good luck charm. And so they've told him he has to wear it from now on, which I thought was kind of cute. Well, if you have the Browns, you can sit back and relax. Numbered to 100, there is your Baker Mayfield. Actually leading the Browns to some wins after a long time. If you're a Browns fan, you probably feel like you've been waiting for 1,000 years. So nice that you've got a guy in there who's making some progress. Numbered to 199 for the Vikings, it is Mike Hughes. And I have to say, Baker really does look pretty good most of the time. I mean, sure, he does some rookie kind of things, but they're all going to do some rookie kind of things. By and large, I think Baker has represented himself very well. Oh, you've got the Redskins in here tonight. All right. Well, surely we can find some Redskins for you. Bobby, you said the Vikings always hit in illusions. Were you on here Sunday when we did the 8-box case? It had a Kirk Cousins, and who was on the other half of that? Might have been Stephon Diggs, but it was Kirk Cousins and somebody else from the Vikings on one of our dual signature, and it was numbered, I want to say to 10. It was one of the encased cards. I think it was one of our encased cards. It was sweet. It was a sweet, sweet little hit. Yeah, the dual, exactly. It was, like, amazing. And it's still so weird to get used to seeing Kirk Cousins and saying Vikings, you know? I mean, automatically you just start saying Redskins. When you see Kirk Cousins, I always have to stop and think for a minute. It was Diggs. Okay, that's what I thought it was, but I wasn't 100% sure. But I knew the Kirk Cousins part was right, and I thought Stephon Diggs was the bottom half of that card. So, oh, Christine, yeah, we'll probably find some more Vikings for you in here. Do you live in that area, Christine, or are you a Vikings fan from way back? This is Mike Gesicki. It is numbered to 100 with a nice-looking patch for the Dolphins. This is numbered to 199. And a Raider, Arden Key again. We already hit an Arden Key for the Raiders. Now you have another one. We got a bookend of Arden Key for Oakland tonight. So yeah, Christine, you're 30 minutes west of Minneapolis. Okay. Well, I have got one of my really good friends. Her cousin plays for the Minnesota Vikings. His name is Harrison Smith. And she keeps trying to tell me that we need to go. She goes to the Vikings games periodically. She doesn't live in that area, but she travels and goes to the games. So she says, we need to go, as in me, as in I go with her. This is Josh Rosen. It is numbered to 199 for the Cardinals. And I keep thinking, man, it's going to be too cold to go to Minnesota and watch a football game. But I need to pick a game, I guess. So I don't know. What's a good game on the schedule, Christine, for me to tell her that we want to go watch Harry play? I don't know when to pick. That's what I keep saying. I'm like, I don't know when to choose, but I know it's going to be so cold. So cold. Josh Rosen and Peyton Manning. I was really hoping I'd flip that over and it would be signed, but it's still pretty sweet. It is numbered to 5. And, of course, you've got the Colts and the Cardinals on there. It's kind of a weird pairing, right, on that card, but nonetheless, there it is. It will end up going to random.org unless the same person owned both teams. That one numbered to 75 with Derrick Henry. So if the same person were to own both teams, of course, they would just get the card outright. And if we have different team owners, then we will use random.org at that point to determine which one of those two teams takes that card home when it's all said and done. Yeah, Bobby, I agree with you on the Seahawks that if we could come up with the brothers, that would be great. If we were to pull the Shaquem and Shaquille Griffin dual autograph, like that would be wicked cool. So I agree with you taking a shot at the Seahawks for that purpose. So if we can come up with that, yeah. Brandon, meanwhile, is asking everybody what are the best cards that they have gotten from Illusions. I've seen a lot of good stuff come out of here, but I don't know what it. You know, it's very individualized as to what one person. Obviously, there's certain things we know everybody would consider to be a quote-unquote good card. You know, the hot rookies that you can sell for a lot of money, but there's plenty of people that are buying just not for resale, but for themselves. And then, you know, a good card might just be any card for your team. I see another redemption, and I need to grab it so that we don't have the code hit us square in the face when we come across it in the pile. DD Good Sport says the Cowboys usually hit well in Illusions, so you're looking for a little love for the boys, huh? Well, we'll see what we can do about that. Yeah, I was kind of surprised. You know, we were talking a little bit the other night about how in the world is Jason Garrett not on the hot seat with Dallas, and then we all kind of collectively decided, I think, that it was because Jerry Jones likes him so much. But then, you know what? Jerry kind of, you know, I don't know, he's making little noises this week, talking about how he thinks they should have been more aggressive in their play calling and etc. So, I don't know, maybe Garrett is a little bit still kind of on the hot seat, maybe. It's to 499. It's Nyheim Hines for the Colts. Honestly, I don't know how he's kept off of it anyway up to this point. That's to 299. It goes up in our pile that we'll have to sort out as well. Christine says, but it's nice in the stadium in the winter. I know, but you have to be outside first. So I don't know how I feel about that. It gets so cold there. So cold. This is, who all's on here? C.J. Anderson, Devontae Booker, and Terrell Davis. All Broncos, but where's the number on this thing? Oh, it's off to the side. It's numbered to 50 on your triple relic for the Denver Broncos. Oh, Brandon, you hit a 1 of 1 Greg Olsen. That's nice. Oh, you got a Chris Carter, Adam Thielen 1 of 1 out of here, too. Oh, very nice, Christine. Very nice. Numbered to 100, it is Mitch Trubisky and the Bears. The Biscuit showing up for work. We'll see if that little compression sleeve really is magic or not when we hit our next game. Christian McCaffrey with the blue to 249. We got another dual team headed up there. Yeah, so Jason is on the hot seat a little bit. Yeah, you know what? I mean, he just kind of, I don't know what's going on up there. It seems like he's kind of adrift a little bit. I do think they could use with a little shot in the arm of some sort there in Dallas. They need to get Zeke some help, for one thing, before they run the poor guy into the ground. So how about getting him some supporting cast to help him out? Greg's not messing around. He just is firing. Just fire him now. Well, I'm always amazed every year at how the coaching carousel goes. Like, how in the world did the Browns coach? How did he keep his job? I mean, granted, this year he's finally won a game or two, but before that, the man had won one game and lost 32 or 33 or some ridiculous thing like that. I mean, like, how does he keep his job? But somehow he did, and now they're playing better, so you know he's going to keep it now. To 499, that's the Detroit Lions. And you know what the bad thing is about it? If you watched, did anybody watch Hard Knocks? Like, I watched the guy, and I just look at him, and I think he doesn't have very much of a leadership presence, the coach, Hugh. I mean, he's just... And I'm sure it's different when it's off camera. You know, I'm sure there's a whole different dynamic that we don't see. But like what I did see, I just thought, huh, that's kind of interesting. Has an interesting approach to the way he does things. So, I don't know. Of course, even as hot as the Bengals are this year, you know, they're saying that he's on the hot seat if he can't win a playoff game. Which may be, you know, rightfully so. Because really, I mean, I don't think, they haven't won a playoff game since he's been a head coach, have they? They get to the playoffs, but I don't think they've ever won a playoff game under him as head coach, Marvin Lewis. Have they? I don't think so. I don't know. Jake, you saw a triple laundry patch Drew Brees 1 of 1. Wow. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, that would definitely qualify as one of the nicer cards you'd see pulled out of here, I would think. Royce Freeman comes out for the Broncos, numbered to 100, straight 100. You're looking for some Jimmy Johnson type leadership with your Cowboys because you think that Jason Garrett seems too calm. Yeah, I could agree with that. I mean, he is very he just needs to be more aggressive in general with his play calling, with everything. I think he just needs to step it up a notch. Saquon Barkley to 149. I mean, let's face it, the world is going to the Sean McVays and the Doug Petersons of the world, right? Where you take the risks and you win big, you lose big, but you always go big and let the chips fall where they may sort of approach. Seems to be the direction in general that we're going. This is Russell Gage for the Falcons, and that is numbered to 199. Yeah, right, exactly, Martin. Cincinnati has never won a playoff game under Marvin Lewis. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so how much does that put him on the hot seat? Because, yeah, your team looks good this year, and you're probably going to get to the playoffs, and you've gotten them to the playoffs many times in recent seasons. But if you can't get past the hurdle of winning at least one playoff game, does that mean you're out the door? I mean, maybe. It's Mason Rudolph and the Steelers. And I have to tell you, if the Steelers keep imploding the way they have been, I wouldn't be surprised to see Mike Tomlin show up on that list. I mean, you would think he's done enough to not show up on that list, but yet, I don't know. Guy's got a lot of talent on that roster the last few years to just kind of blow it in stupid games before you even get to the Super Bowl. Oh, you saw a 1-of-1 Baker Mayfield last night. Nice indeed. We have been pulling, I did pull some 1-of-1 Baker Mayfields out of XR. In fact, I think we pulled 2 of them out of one case, if I remember correctly. One was live in there and one was a redemption, but they were both 1-of-1 Baker Mayfields. So we've definitely pulled some 1-of-1 Bakers. I've pulled some 1-of-1 Josh Allen out of various things. Obviously, we pulled some 1-of-1 Sam Darnolds because we just pulled one of those tonight. I haven't yet pulled 1-of-1 Barkley. We pulled Barkley out of Flawless Collegiate 2 different times, but neither time was a 1-of-1. And I don't think we've pulled him on a 1-of-1 out of anything yet. Barkley, I mean. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we can't work our way into a 1-of-1 Barkley out of something before too long. Mike Evans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to 399. Le'Veon Bell. Ugh, my Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, okay, whatever, Le'Veon. Of course, you know, they keep going back and forth. Like, one day I read, well, the Eagles are interested in Le'Veon Bell because, of course, Jay Ajayi is out with a torn ACL. And he had the back issue earlier this year. Anyway, and then the next day you read, no, the Eagles are not interested in trading for Le'Veon Bell. And then later the same day, it's like, oh, well, yeah, maybe they are. Like, come on. What is happening there? I want somebody to take him. I'll tell you that. I don't want him back on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just go on. He's going to come in and disrupt all the chemistry and the flow. And James Conner, he's not Le'Veon Bell, but that's fine. Kid's doing well. He'll be fine. Just move Le'Veon on down the road. To 399, Kareem Hunt and the Kansas City Chiefs. Not to mention that he's saving us a ton of cap space every week. Anthony Miller to 75. Because all those paychecks that my man is not collecting going straight to the salary cap for the Steelers. So even though he may not be taking this into account, he's actually going to possibly help us get a free agent to replace him with his own salary that he's not drawing. So I kind of like that plan. This is Tyquan Lewis and the Colts, and it is numbered to 199 as well. Yeah, Dee Dee, I see what you're saying there. I mean, that's kind of what I hear, too. It's like the Eagles are going to take him, and then you hear, no, they're not. Yes, they are. No, they're not. Like, I have no idea what the deal is, if they're actually going to or not. Nick Chubb and the Browns, numbered to 325 on that one. And part of it is probably asking price. I mean, let's face it. I've got to move this because we got to set this other 8-box case up here long enough for me to cut it open and then get them out. But part of it, I'm sure, is asking price because, you know, if he left in free agency, we would at least get that 3rd round compensatory pick next year. So if we get rid of him earlier than that, you would assume that the Steelers are at the very least going to want something better than the 3rd rounder they would get if he left in free agency. And considering that he would really just kind of be a rental, right? I mean, that's basically what you're talking about. Because nobody can really do much with him until after the season because of the franchise tag that's on him. I guess you could, in principle, he could agree to stay, but there would be no guarantee that he would actually stay. So then you're asking somebody to give up really kind of a lot on what is essentially a short-term rental. However, if you are the Eagles and you have Jay Ajayi and you're in the situation that you're in, maybe it does make sense for them now. But I'd say they have to at least give up a second rounder. Christine, you drafted Le'Veon first, but you picked up Connor in the 10th round. Well, yeah, there you go. Because James Conner is, I know he's no Le'Veon, for sure. But the kid is productive, and he's learning, and he's getting better every week. And actually, he's done pretty well receiving recently, too. So I'd like to see them throw him the ball a little more as well. I know he's fumbled a couple of times, but I'm kind of okay with that. I mean, there's a learning curve. There's a certain amount of that you're going to have. I mean, Le'Veon Bell didn't step onto the field in 2013 and come out the perfect product either. And well, gosh, look how many years it took us to even have him on the field for a full season. Because he's off smoking weed and getting suspended every year. So, I'm just saying. Between the two at this point, I'll take my James Conner. Yeah, you know what? The thing about Dez Bryant, we were talking about that a little bit the other night, Dee. In that, Dez obviously has said he wants to come back to Cowboys, and they have made it very clear they don't want him back. And my take on that was, even if you don't want the guy back, which is legitimate and fine that they don't want him back, you don't have to kind of diss him quite so hard, so publicly, right? I mean, there could have been another way to handle that. I just think it was very disrespectful the way that was handled, considering everything that Dez Bryant has meant to the franchise over the years. So, but I also think Dez Bryant's going to be a hard fit just about anywhere. And, by the way, setting out a season is not going to help his case any. So, he should have gotten himself on a roster. I mean, he had offers and he didn't want them. And as it turns out, he probably should have gone to the Ravens because they've looked pretty darn good this year. Which, I mean, can't blame the guy. You look at how Flacco played last year and you think, whew, yeah, no thanks. But he is a lot better this year. To 349 Royce Freeman and the Broncos. Which I think that's what happens when they draft your replacement, like right in front of you. I think all of a sudden you kind of pick up the pace. Dylan Cantrell, that is numbered to 199 for the Chargers. But you know what was interesting about the Joe Flacco situation? Because, of course, we've all seen they're trying to get Lamar Jackson involved with things. And so they've been lining up Flacco Summit wide receiver. This is Deshaun Jackson, numbered to 399. And he stands there like so disinterested. And he makes it so apparent that he's not involved in the play, that it's like, dude, you're messing up the trick play. This is to 25. And so he comes out and says in an interview, well, basically, yeah, of course, I want him to know I'm not part of the trade because I don't want to get hit. Oh, well, okay, that really helped your trick play out, man. And then apparently his wife got on him as well. This is numbered to 399. It's Gronk for the Patriots. So like his wife got on his case and said, basically, dude, you need to at least look like you're part of the action instead of just standing there when they line you up as wide receiver. So I thought it was pretty funny that he admitted all of that in his interviews this week. So Flacco's good for a laugh every once in a while, in a good way. A laugh in a good way. Well, for sure, Dee Dee. I mean, absolutely, Des Bryant, like, just burned down the whole village when he left. And of course, nobody's going to welcome him back with open arms because of the way he left. However, again, I just say because of the legacy and what he meant to the franchise and the way that all worked out. Not saying by any means they should take him back or should have even said they were going to take him back. I just think they could have handled it with a little more respect. That's what all I was saying about the Des Bryant thing. Yeah, for sure. He like burned down the whole city on his way out of town. So that's how that kind of goes. Martin, you said that everywhere Michael Crabtree goes, he makes him good, but your 49ers didn't want him anymore. Well, your 49ers, poor 49ers with Jimmy G going down. The NFL has been busy flexing the 49ers out, or using the flex schedule to get the 49ers out of prime time as much as they can. Now that Jimmy G's gone. Because, I mean, they were set up for a loaded amount of national coverage with the Niners. And I think they've flexed them out of 2 of those games so far that they would have had. And I think the others they can't, because they can't flex on Sundays, right? You can only flex the other nights. That was to 99. So we're still going to see a lot of the 49ers, but we're not going to see nearly the amount of them that we would have seen if Jimmy G had remained upright for the season. But I'm kind of glad that they let them flex some of that stuff, because sometimes, you just get a hot team or something like that, and you want to see more of them, or you have a team like this where you're expecting it to be a hot team and something goes awry, and you want to see a little less of them, maybe. To 199, it is Russell Gage and the Falcons. Oh, you thought that Patriots was going to be an autograph. I know, that would have been nice. We pulled a nice Gronkowski autograph out of... Oh, it was out of Flawless Collegiate, wasn't it? I was trying to think what it came out of the other day, but I think it might have been Collegiate. Mike Gesicki and the Dolphins to 499. Always loads of Dolphins. Yeah, Bobby B, I'm afraid you're right. Not too many people do want to watch C.J. Beathard. Poor guy. That's just, all the way around, that's just tough luck for that team, They were struggling. They get Jimmy G in, have a great finish to their season last year, looking forward to a great year this year, and then boom, their quarterback goes out so early in the year. Those guys got to be so bummed. Here's a third redemption going up there in our stack O stuff. Here comes a cowboy. It's Michael Gallup, and that is a nice looking patch, numbered 250. Got a little bit of a bad corner down there, lower left, that I noticed in particular, a little bit of chipping. Not anything major, but I do usually call that stuff out if I notice it. Well, you never know. You're right. C.J. Beathard might turn out to be better than we think he's going to be. I mean, sometimes these guys get out there and settle in and do well, and then sometimes they're Case Keenum. So, Case Keenum, not really all that great for a lot of years. Then suddenly gets called, takes over in Minnesota when what's-his-head goes down with his knee every other day, Sam Bradford. Leads him like he's Superman, gets a giant contract, goes to Denver, and just spits it out. And it's terrible again. I still say, I said this the other night, I will say it again, I still say that it is John Elway that should be answering in the Broncos organization. But because he's John Elway, that's not what's going to happen. Somebody will get fired, but it'll be the coach. It's not going to be Elway. But it should be. He has not been able to put a quarterback in there since Peyton Manning. And frankly, I mean, Peyton Manning was questionable there towards the end. But, and to be a quarterback, and he can't find a decent quarterback, like, what's the guy doing? And out of this last draft, you couldn't come up with a quarterback out of this draft, out of the 2018 draft, loaded with quarterbacks. You can't come up with one. You think it's better to go pay Case Keenum, who has historically been marginal, instead of maybe trying to draft a young rookie. So, you know, not that I don't like John Elway. I like John Elway, but John Elway's job that's the job that should be on the hot seat. That's what I'm saying. Sam Darnold, that is numbered, what is that numbered to? 100 for the Jets. Nice big 2-color patch there for Mr. Darnold. But the Broncos, man, I mean, just, oh. And I do feel bad. I feel bad for the players. I feel bad for Case Keenum. But didn't we all kind of see it coming? I mean, there's a reason that he hadn't been a franchise quarterback all these years. Ray McCloud to 199 for the Buffalo Bills. I mean, there's absolutely a reason that the guy was bouncing around the league. Just like Ryan Fitzpatrick. I mean, we all loved Fitzmagic at the start of the year, and then all of a sudden he came back to earth and became Ryan Fitzpatrick again. Numbered to 50, because you know we're not going to get out of here without at least 1 or 2 or 50 Jamon Moores. And that one didn't have an autograph, but it is Jamon Moore and the Packers. That was, who was that? Christian McCaffrey to 249. I don't know, like all of a sudden I realized I hadn't even looked at that. I didn't know who that was that went by there for a minute. You're saying that, yeah, Bobby, that's true. Having a different offensive coordinator could certainly cause problems as well. But, I mean, come on. You should, if you're a high-level quarterback, if you're a franchise quarterback, which is what Case Keenum is being paid as, a franchise quarterback, you should be able to adapt to a different offensive coordinator. You just should. So, I just think it sets right firmly on John Elway's shoulders. That's numbered to 25, and it is Calvin Ridley. Y'all know I like my Calvin Ridley. That's who I said all year, the first of the year, I wanted to see him play, and I hoped that his skills were going to translate. I think they do, and I think Calvin Ridley's going to have a good career. We'll see. We'll see how things play out, but I like Mr. Ridley. You're saying Beathard could be a sleeper like Tom Brady was. Maybe. Maybe. There are those that would argue that Tom Brady is a system quarterback. In fact, someone made that argument not too awfully long ago, that Tom Brady was a system quarterback. And the Patriots, like, halfway made it. I forget who it was. Somebody in their organization, and I can't for the life of me remember who it was, but basically said, if you give us anybody, give us any of the top 15 quarterbacks in the league, and we could win as many games as we win with Tom Brady. I was like, ooh, okay. I'm sure he likes hearing that, but all right. Oh no, you started Fitzmagic in fantasy the week that Magic ended. I'm sorry, Bobby B. It's just the way you wrote that. It just made me laugh. I know it's not funny. I'm sorry. Your 2 points. You got 2.6 points that week. Oh, yeah, I know. And I wanted Ryan Fitzpatrick to do well because he's such a nice, likable guy. But he's, you know, like Case Keenum and these other guys that bounce around the league. They have their moments and they can play well in stretches, but for whatever reason, they can't kind of keep it going consistently. Oh, Dee Dee, I just noticed that you called Jamon Moore J-Dot. I like that. I might have to co-op that. I might have to steal that one from you, J-Dot. I like it. Another reward point. We have 2 150 point and 1 250 point, all setting up there in our pile that will be divvied up a little bit later. Joey Bosa and the Chargers, numbered to 100. You're killing it in your fantasy with Gurley. You guys, I bought recently a case, that's Anthony Miller, 75, a case of 2015 black gold, so we could go hunting for Todd Gurley and a few others out of the 2015 draft class. So we'll probably break that probably before too long. If I break it on eBay, we'll do it as 2 half case breaks. If I break it directly, you guys know how I do some of them. We sell the breaks through chat and stuff. If we do it as a direct break, I'd break it as a whole case. If we do it on eBay, I'll do it in 2 halves. But if any of you all are interested in 2015 black gold and you have an opinion as to which way you would prefer it, let me know. To 499, that is Marquez Valdez-Scantling for the pack. There's a little Tom Brady, speaking of, to 99. And then Michael Crabtree, who we were also talking about a while ago, to 199. Saquon Barkley and Kyle Lauletta for the Giants. Why couldn't that have been signed? It's numbered to 100. Panini's just messing with us now. I want some ink on some of this stuff, Panini. Still say Kyle Lauletta sees the field before the end of the year. Eli Manning is imploding. And Odell Beckham Jr. is throwing longer passes than Eli Manning is. So what does that tell you? I mean, that's just stupid that you have got Odell Beckham throwing the longest pass of the season. Something is way, way wrong there. And by the way, OBJ shouldn't be out of running around saying all the stuff he's been saying either. So, hello, another dysfunctional year to the New York Giants. Bobby B, you said you are getting hammered with the Seahawks. And you're hoping some of them are the redemptions or back here in the pile. See, the pile's coming in handy right now, isn't it? Right, Bobby? Because it's giving you hope, see? Hope is a good thing. You're still feeling like it could be in there, and it might be. I hope it is. You got a 1-of-1 Gurley in 2015 black gold. And you went in on that break. Yeah. All right, cool. I haven't decided, DD Good Sport, how I want to do it yet. So if I list it on eBay, as I said, we'll do it as 2 half case breaks, I think. But if I were to sell it directly through chat, basically what I do is at the start of the break and at the start of the night and the end of the night, when I'm doing direct breaks, I just put it up there on a spreadsheet and say, hey, this is what we're breaking, this is what the price is, and if you want in, let me know, and then when we fill it, we break it. And so I do a few of those. We've done more recently, and I have some more that I need to do. I just kind of haven't had time to fool with it. But that's one that kind of lends itself well to that in the sense that it's an older product. It's a little bit, kind of niche, I guess, but yet I think has a wide enough appeal that we could fill it without a whole lot of problems. So I don't know. I just have to decide what I think is the easiest way to do it. Sony Michel, that is a nice patch for the Patriots. It's numbered to 50. Bobby B, you said that Eli is killing his legacy. I do not disagree with you on that. I think when they sat him down last year, they frankly probably should have left him sat down. But he threw a fit and higher management intervened. Mark Walton to $4.99 for the Bengals. And so, you know, there you are. And at some point, you just have to look at that and realize that you've got diminishing returns there. I mean, Eli hasn't really been on the top of his game for a couple of years now. But I think he's really kind of, we're borderline to like, are they going to be able to keep him in the rest of the year? To 25, it is Justin Jackson and the Chargers. Scott is booing us. Scott always boos us unless we're breaking basketball. So we get booed almost every night because we don't break basketball all that often. However, Scott, next week we have, what did I say it was a while ago? Immaculate Basketball, I think, is next Wednesday. There's a 4th redemption. So you will have that coming up, Scott. And today, actually I bought it last week, but I just picked it up today. I got some more 2017-18 Chronicles basketball because they had it at a decent price, and I am still perturbed that I was not able to find one of those gala inserts. I know they're only numbered to 5, and there's a limited number of players in there, but we should have found one in all the cases that we opened, and we did not. And it has still kind of chapped me, and so I'm just decided we're going to take another pass at it. So we'll also be opening some 2017-18 Chronicles basketball sometime soon, Scott. Bobby B, you said he's going to have a good game because Jalen Mills is going to get murdered by OBJ. Well, maybe. Maybe so. I don't know. I hope so. I mean, I don't know. I'd like to see what Lauletta could do. If they would maybe, you know, put the kid out there and see what we've got. I'm not going to be any worse off, for goodness sakes. Oh, Scott, you were allowed to break tonight, huh? But you decided to defer so that you have a little equity built up, huh? A little goodwill equity saved up for next week when we have our immaculate basketball out. A Pittsburgh Steeler makes an appearance to $4.99. It's James Washington. And that might, is that our first Steelers hit in here tonight? Might be. I don't remember seeing a lot of Steelers in here up to now anyway. But of course we recap it, guys. We will recap all of our relic and autograph hits at the end of the break. And of course we still got some things hiding over there waiting for us to see what fabulousness is waiting in our encased cards and our redemptions. Michael Thomas and the Saints to $399. Do you see those two guys from some kind of like internet radio show or something? Walked 41 miles to the stadium the other night, and hoping, of course, that Breeze was going to break the record. And like, how ticked would they have been if they walked 41 miles and then he didn't break the record that night? It would have been awful. But yeah, they started at like 3 a.m. or something the day before the game and walked the 41 miles to the stadium. Which I thought was, you know, why not ride a bike or something? It's still 41 miles. Like, why did you decide to walk it? Numbered to 50, it's Royce Freeman and the Broncos. Like rollerbladed or skateboard or bicycle or some combination thereof. But why would you walk all 41 miles? To $199, Justin Jackson and the Chargers. But I don't know. Crazy stuff happens sometimes. To $299. And that is just straight up 99 with Derrick Henry. Another one of our 2-team cards there hanging out. The Biscuit to $4.99. 2 boxes left, so we're not quite to last box mojo yet, but you might start getting it kind of revved up because we're approaching last box mojo. Well, right. You know what, Dee Dee? I agree with you. Let Lauletta get in there. I mean, I don't know that he's a Baker Mayfield, but to your point, exactly. Baker Mayfield got in there and everything changed. Not just what Baker himself could do, but the whole energy around the team changed. I mean, you could see it in the O-line, in the receiving core. Just everybody stepped it up a notch somehow when Baker took the field. And it made a big difference. So does that happen with Lauletta? I don't know. But what do they have to lose trying to find out? Because they certainly... doesn't look like they have much to lose, in my opinion. So I would like to see him play myself. And if he stinks up the place, then fine. He stinks up the place. At least you know what you've got. I mean, why are you letting the kid ride the bench when, you know, Eli's out there throwing 5-foot passes? Well, I guess that's true. They wouldn't have gotten as much publicity if they hadn't walked. If they had bicycled or something, it maybe wouldn't have been as interesting. But I'm going to tell you right now, I would not have been walking 41 miles in one day, in less than one day. Well, maybe I would have, but I would have eaten a lot of stuff really bad for me ahead of time. Because then you know you would have burned it all off. So, maybe. That's the upside, I guess. Let's eat like a massive amount of junk and then go walk it all off in one day. Huh, maybe I do like that plan. See, there's a bright side to everything, right? Go eat a whole bunch of, you know, funnel cakes and beignets and whatnot and then walk it all off. Here comes Rob Gronkowski again, that number to 399, a little relic for the Patriots. Well, maybe he will fire it all up, and then the fans will kind of energize the rest of the team. That's a reasonable theory as well. That's a good working theory. I would think, I don't know, but I would think if you are a Giants fan, that was Phillip Rivers to 75, that you would, even though you probably like Eli if you're a Giants fan, aren't you thinking by now about, like, maybe we need to make a change? I mean, maybe? I would kind of think so. Because, frankly, I mean, I'm a huge Steelers fan. I love Big Ben, but I look at Big Ben and I start thinking, we're really kind of borderline. We're getting really close to needing to make a change at quarterback ourselves. It's numbered to 399. It's Ronald Jones again for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And there's weeks where Ben still looks like the Ben of old. And then there's weeks where I think, wow, you know what? My grandmother could have thrown that pass and my grandmother's deceased, you know? I mean, like, come on. So there's a certain point at which these guys have got to kind of step it up or give it up, so to speak. Ronald Jones II, that's numbered to 25, okay? And look at that patch. That is just boring in comparison to the patch that we saw with 5 colors that was numbered way higher. So I don't understand why Panini does weird stuff like that. The low number should be the better patch. The higher number should be the less interesting patch. Wouldn't you think? Just reasonably. Last box mojo time. Here we go. Of course, it's not, I mean, it's still important. Last box mojo is always important, but it's not as important as it sometimes is because we have our little stack of encased cards back there hanging out, making life happy back there in the back. Greg, you said the Giants are just bad. You don't see any redeeming potential, huh? Well, Saquon Barkley, of course, is going to be good for them, but they have some issues they need fixed. They need some work. They need some linemen, and they need a different quarterback in there, and a few little odds and ends things need to happen with the Giants, but maybe they can get it worked out somewhere along the way. Brandon, I would agree with you that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are getting a lot of the patches. The Dolphins, yeah, I think the Dolphins have had a reasonable amount of them too. But frankly, the Dolphins show up like crazy, and the Packers typically are the two that I have noticed in all of the 2018 products. I mean, you're just not going to open a 2018 product without pulling Dolphins and Packers. You're just not. For some reason, those are the guys who seem to do the most signing this year. And I guess they didn't have anything else to do. Kyle Lauletta and the Giants. Speak of the devil to 499. Oh, you got to tell us more about this. DD Goodsport went to Panini and toured and saw the patch card making process, and it's all randomly cut in place. But oh my gosh, see, now I wish that you could have a microphone so that we could hear you, because I don't know if you'll type it all in, because it's probably a lot of stuff to type, but I want to know more about that because it sounds like it's really cool. And so now I want the 411 on the whole process of how that works. And how can, I mean, it can't all be random, because some of the stuff, like Flawless and National Treasures, that's to $4.99, obviously has vastly superior patches to everything else. Now, I'm assuming that Flawless is hand collated. I suspect that it is. I don't know if National Treasures is hand collated, but I'm thinking maybe it is. And then, of course, none of these would be hand collated products like this. So I could see how they would be more random, but you would think there'd be some kind of process that would ensure that your lower numbered cards got better patches. I don't know. Interesting, though. Doris Fountain to $499 for the Colts. Cortland Sutton and Royce Freeman, Broncos. Oh, and it's signed. Oh, Broncos, I thought you were going to get a couple patches. Look at that. How handsome is that? Numbered to 25 for the Denver Broncos. I like that. That was nice. Okay, we've got loads of stuff left to do. So we're going to open these first. We'll look at redemptions after that. We'll do rewards points after that. Then we'll do this guy, and then this stack of dual team cards. So yeah, lots of housekeeping. But first things first, it's going to be this. All right, Ito Smith, Falcons to 150. What's that? That's part of the uniform. For some reason, I looked at that and I thought, what's on the back of that card? Oh, brother. Okay. Like, I know my vision is bad, but good grief. That was crazy. And there's the boys. Somebody said, hey, the Cowboys usually show up in the encased cards. Yeah, you might be right. There they are, DD. It is numbered to 50. Michael Gallup and the boys. Martin's putting out the word. He wants a Sony Michel to come out of here. Working the mojo. And there's another Dallas Cowboy. That one is numbered to 10, no less. Leon Lett. Back-to-back Cowboys out of our stack of encased hits. Oh, Giants. Saquon. Oh, that's to 25. Nice. The Giants, meanwhile, been going, man, only got a couple of relics. This is terrible. Oh, look at you go now to 25. This is why it's more fun to save until the end. Holy cow, it's another Cowboy. You were not lying when you said they come out of the encased a lot. To 199, it's Dalton Schultz for the boys. I really don't remember that many Cowboys coming out of the other ones, but maybe they did and I just don't remember it. Brent Jones Elusive Ink. Can't be too elusive. That one's numbered to 100 for the San Francisco 49ers. Oh, DD says the average everyday process patch room. Oh, but they have other patch rooms probably where they do, yeah, that makes sense. A bunch of ladies cutting using big cutters, and it falls where it falls. Huh, interesting. I would like to take that tour sometime. Kyle Lauletta and the Giants. That is red ink to 49. So the Giants go from famine to feast with a Saquon Barkley to 25 and a Lauletta to 49. Another Cowboy. Now that is really unusual at this point to have this many. It is Dalton Schultz again, and it's to 100. It's like you conjured those up, DD. Good sport. I mean, I would have said, yeah, we might pull one or two out of the encased. You've got like 4 or 5 of them already. Denzel Ward. That is numbered to 175 for the Browns. The Lions with Kerryon Johnson, who's playing quite well. That is to 49, red ink. The Buffalo Bills, Austin Proehl and Ray McLeod to 25. I just like saying Ray McLeod. I'd like to pull him more just so I can say his name. Ray McLeod. Some names are just fun to say. That's one of them. The Broncos, Deshaun Hamilton, also to 25. DD Good Sport says, yeah, I do breaks every day. I told you. I told you so, you said. You're right. DJ Chark to 100 for the Jags. Yeah, we broke a 16-box master case the night it came out on Wednesday night last week. But I could not tell you who was in it, honestly. Then we broke the 8-box on Sunday. And I don't really remember an abundance of Cowboys coming out of it in the encased stuff. I would have said maybe 1 or 2, but I wouldn't have remembered there being this many. Numbered to 50, Lynn Dickey and the Green Bay Packers. That's actually pretty cool if you're a Packers fan. Martin, you said your luck has been bad lately. Oh, I'm so sorry, Martin. We're trying to change it around for you. Maybe you're going to have one of these redemptions. Kareem Hunt, Kansas City Chiefs, numbered to 50. Now we have our last encased card coming out, so we could go for last encased mojo and see how this works out for us. Let's see if it works the same way as it does when we have last box mojo. This is Illusions, Scott. This is Panini Illusions Football. Oh, look at this, Martin. Oh, last pack mojo. Boom. Your luck just changed, my friend. That is numbered to 25, and there is your Sony Michel. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Martin has a big smile. I can't even see Martin, but I know that he has a big smile on his face right now. 20, yeah, DD, no kidding. If this was 2016 encased. We haven't broken any encased in a while. I wonder if my distributors still have any. I should check and see. We were breaking that for a while as one box stuff on 2016 encased after we ran out of the cases of it. But I haven't checked on that in a while. I should do that this week. I'll have to think about that. All right, let's flip these. Who have we got? Jaleel Scott, First Impressions, autograph memorabilia. That's going to be a Raven. We'll go to the checklist, of course. We'll verify our teams, and we will figure out what each of those are going to be numbered to momentarily. Next up is Jalen Samuels. That would be from a Pittsburgh Steelers. It is also First Impressions autograph memorabilia. That's handy. I like it when they're all the same card set because it's faster to look them up. DJ Chark Jr. DJ Chark is a Jag. It is the same card set. Yay. Easy. Easy lookups tonight. And finally, Mark Walton. There's Mark Andrews and Mark Walton. One is a Bengal, one is a Raven. I always get them mixed up. We're just going to have to let him sit. I think he's a Bengal, but I'm not going to write it on there because he might be the Raven. For some reason, I cannot explain to you, I cannot keep Mark Andrews and Mark Walton separate in my mind. I always call them to the opposite team that they belong to. So we're not going to call it anything. I'm going to go look it up, and then we're going to know. Because that's the way we roll around here. What was that card set? First Impressions Autograph Memorabilia. All right, so they're all the same card set. How handy is that? Let me answer that for you. Very handy. I like that very much. Card number 115, Jaleel Scott for the Ravens to 499. Then for the Steelers, Jalen Samuels is card number 117, also going to be to 499. Do you detect a theme there? Card number 108 is DJ Chark. It is numbered to 399. Did I read that right? Yeah, to 399 for the Jags. I wonder why he's 399. His hand must have gotten tired. He didn't sign as much as everybody else. To 126, Mark Walton, a Bengal, to 499. Let me get this one labeled up. I'm going to switch your view back to me, and then we're going to go do some more housekeeping. All right, those are labeled. Wait a minute. Let me bring you back to me here. Okay. So, that's all done. We'll recap it, of course, but right now it's just sitting there because that's where I put it. We have 4 points cards to get rid of. So here's what's going to happen with this. I'm going to go to the spreadsheet, copy all the team names, and actually, you know what? They're probably still on the clipboard, aren't they? Because we did this earlier for something. Or were those baseball? Nah, those might have been baseball earlier. Okay, so we'll copy all of our team names onto the clipboard. We'll roll over to random.org. I'm going to paste them into random because we have 32 teams. I'm not going to do random multiple times. I'm going to do it one time, and then here's how it will work. The team that is in the number 1 position after we randomize will get the 250 point card, 2nd position, 3rd position, 4th position. Make sense? So top 4 teams are going to take it home or take something home. The top team with the 250, then 2, 3, and 4 all getting a 150 points card. All right, let's see here if we can get back to where we need to be. Yes. Yes, we can. I think I can. Where is our list randomizer? Our handy list randomizer. Okay, so you can see here all of the teams have actually been copied and pasted in here. Good luck, everyone. Here we go. All right, so I better label these right now before I change the view and I forget. So the 250 points is going to the Jags. The Vikings, Skol, get 150 points. The Redskins get 150 points. Sounds like Oprah, doesn't it? And you get a car, and you get a car. And the Ravens get the 4th 150 points. All right, so those are all nice and labeled up. Let's get them out of the way. And brings us to next this card. And on here we have a Colt and a Cardinal. And we need to go to the spreadsheet first to see if we have the same team owner or not. Oh, I hate when it flashes at me. So Roy Leaf has the Cardinals, the Indianapolis Colts. Oh, look at that. That is a different team owner. So you know what that means. We have to go back to random. Here's how this works, guys. Whenever I have something with a few things like this, only has 2 teams, anytime we have really 10 or less for the most part, I do random 3 different times, okay? And I enter these cards either top to bottom or left to right. I should bring you back and show you this card again real quick. So this one, of course, is oriented top to bottom. So we're going to type in Cardinals first and the Colts second. Then I'm going to hit random 3 different times. The first 2 do not count. Oh, man, come on. You would think I can't type. I really can. It's just it's really far away from me, and I can't really quite get my hands on the keyboard unless I slide way over there, and I'm too lazy to get up. All right, so it's the third random that counts. The first 2 do not. So ignore this one. Ignore this one. Here's our third and final. There you'll see 3 times our date and time stamp. It is going to the Arizona Cardinals. That is this card right here. And I'm just going to circle that on the back of the sleeve, obviously not on the card, and that will tell me, of course, where it needs to go when I look at it later. Scott's out of here, he says. Well, he's probably already gone, but all right. Well, bye, Scott. Now we've got a bunch of these, and I'm going to do something a little outside the norm here probably, in that I'm looking right now for duplicates. And the reason that I'm looking for duplicates is because if we have the exact same card, neither one of them numbered, everything on them the same, then what I will do is send 1 to each team, and we won't have to worry about sending those to random, and everybody can walk away happy. However, if we don't have duplicates, or maybe 1 is numbered and 1 is not, or something like that, then they end up having to go to random. So I'm just kind of doing a quick little matchup here to see where things end up. And then that will kind of give us some direction. Chargers. I was like, what is that? I couldn't. That's a really old throwback for the Chargers. That was kind of crazy. All right, so first off, we have a Patriot and a Steeler, and a Steeler. Are any of these numbered? One of them is this one. These 2 are exactly the same, so I'm going to send 1 to the Patriots, 1 to the Steelers on that. The one that's numbered we'll keep in our pile to deal with via random. So once again, we've got 3 of this card. We've got 1 that is numbered right here, so he's going to go up into the pile. And actually 2 are numbered, so you're going to go to the pile, which means I can't send, so it means all of those have to go to the pile. Since 2 are numbered and they're not numbered equally, one is to 25 and one is to, what does that say, to 299, and 1 is not numbered, so all 3 of those end up going to the pile. Only 1 of these, it goes in, that goes in. 2 of these, Ravens and Eagles, both are unnumbered, so 1 will go to the Ravens, 1 will go to the Eagles. There are 2 of these, and they are both numbered, but to different numbers. To 99 and to 299, so they go in the pile. Kansas City Chiefs and the Titans, we have 3 of them, unnumbered, unnumbered, unnumbered. All right, so we'll put 1 will go to the Chiefs, 1 will go to the Titans, 1 will go to the pile. Only 1 of those, only 1 of these, 1 of that, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Usually there's more that are doubled than there are tonight. And these are exactly the same, neither one numbered. So 1 to the Cardinals and the other one to the Seahawks. So those we know how they're going to go. These we don't yet know. What I will do is go to random. I'm going to type in left and right. It's very simple. And then I will hit random 3 times. Same as before, the first 2 times will not count. It will be the third and final time that will tell us where they're going to go. And then after that, and if it comes up left, then each of those cards will go to the team that is on the left-hand side of the card. If it comes up right, it'll go to the card on the, to the team on the right-hand side of the card. And here we go. Ignore the first one. If I could click on the button. Ignore the first one. You can ignore the second one. Here comes our third and final, and there you see 3 times our date and time stamp, and it is going to the right hand side of the card. And I need to put, I put some of these in sleeves and then stupidly didn't put them all in there because that was dumb, but I'll do that later. So that way I know which side they go to. So we will be Chargers, Cowboys, Vikings, Bronco, Steeler, Charger, Titan, Giant, Falcon, Charger, Bingle, Steeler. So that's how those go. Now that is all of our housekeeping stuff that we need to do, which means it is time to recap at last. At last we are free to recap. Seems like we had to do a lot of work to get here, doesn't it? All right, we had this card that went to the Cardinals using random.org. Points that went to the Jags, the Redskins, the Vikings, and the Ravens using random.org. A redemption for the Ravens, a redemption for the Steelers, 1 for the Jags, and 1 for the Bengals. And then the rest of these, we're going to kind of go through them at a pretty good little clip because, of course, you saw them all the first time going through. That one is to 25. The rest of these we're kind of just going to blow through. So that was Colts, the Giants, the Bucks, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers again. There's the Patriots, Steelers, Bengals, Patriots, Giants, Packers, and Falcons. More Packers, the Browns, the Colts, Kansas City Chiefs, Buccaneers, Falcons, Giants, Bronco, Lion, Bear, Bronco, Colt, Cardinal. Actually, I forgot we hit that. That is a nice Josh Rosen. I forgot all about him. Raiders and the Dolphins. See what happens when you have 80 hits? Like, I don't even remember all the hits, and we just did the break. I already don't remember all the hits. Broncos, the Chargers, the Broncos again, the Saints, the Chargers, the Bills, the Jets, the Cowboys, and the Dolphins. Falcons, Patriots, Buccaneers, Chargers, Broncos, Vikings, the Baker Mayfield and the Browns, 49ers, Colts, and more Buccaneers. That is a lot of Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Somebody mentioned that earlier, and you're not wrong. There are a lot of them in here. Another Tampa Bay Buccaneer, some Seahawks, Texan, Falcon, Bill, Brown, Dolphin, Raider. Then our encased cards, sliding on down here our way. The Chiefs, the Jags, the Bills, the Lions with the nice red ink low number hit there. The Browns again, the Kyle Lauletta red ink to 49 for the Giants. That's a nice hit too, to 100 for the 49ers with Brent Jones. Saquon Barkley, baby, to 25 for those Jets. Oh, yeah. The Sony Michel that broke Martin's cold streak. He was having a time. This bailed him out. Numbered to 25, Sony Michel and the Patriots. That is numbered to 50 for the Green Bay Packers. And there's Deshaun Hamilton, numbered to 25 for the Broncos. The Cowboys. The Cowboys again, 2 Dalton Schultz in a row. Another Cowboy, Leon Lett to 10. And then another Cowboy, Michael Gallup to 50. And then Ito Smith for the Falcons. And that is it for this break. It was a long one. I warned you, though. I did warn you to bring snacks and sustenance. All right, but we have got, we will put up, I will rather put up spreadsheet information one more time for anybody who might have missed it. There'll be some information here about your shipping dates, and also we'll take another look at what's coming up in the days ahead for those of you who might be interested in knowing that. So again, anticipating a Monday shipping date for Illusions, which is our paid shipping break tonight. If I can get it out to you faster than that, I will. Our free shipping breaks tonight, which are Leaf Best of Baseball and Flawless Collegiate, projected out on or before Wednesday, 1 week from today. I always project the free stuff out roughly a week after the fact, and I'm often able to get it out sooner, but stick with that. And if it goes out sooner, so much the better. In the free shipping breaks, if you happen to get blanked and you didn't pull a single thing out of there, you are entitled to a consolation card. It can be from any year in any series. I track it for a rolling 90 days. And typically I would wait and send it the next time you have a package. I would just send all the ones that you're due if you're in a free shipping break. But if you want it sent sooner, you can send me a message and let me know, and I will get you hooked up. We're looking right now at the breaks that are coming up on eBay over the course of the next 5 days. So tomorrow night, a triple play baseball box, 3 autograph memorabilia items in there, a half case of our Leaf autograph mini football helmets. It's the back half of the case we already started. Ditto for the half case of Leaf autograph football jerseys. It is also the back half. And we will open a 12-box case of Bowman Chrome. On Friday, it'll be a half case of baseball jerseys from Gold Rush. A full case of Impeccable Football, which comes out on Friday. Can't wait to bust it Friday night. So much fun. We will also open some Archive Signature Series Retired Players Edition. That might be the last case I have of that. And we'll open our first case of Topps Gold Label Baseball for this year, because it comes out Friday as well. Saturday, we'll travel back in time a little bit. We're going to open 2 boxes of 2013 Topps Supreme Football, 2 boxes of 2010 Plates and Patches Football, another case of Gold Label, and a half case of Heritage High Number Baseball. On Sunday, we're starting really early. We're going to start at 9:15 because it'll be another kind of long break, honestly. We'll have an autographed baseball jersey from Hit Parade, an autographed basketball jersey from Hit Parade, and then we're going to open a 16-box master case of Upper Deck Goodwin Champions. And, of course, it's got all the cool stuff in it. They've got a lot of exclusive athletes like Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods. Serena Williams recently signed an exclusive there. There are Shohei Ohtani autographs in there, Miles Bridges. Ben Simmons is an exclusive Upper Deck athlete, as is LeBron James, and a number of others. Anyway, it's got a lot of cool potential pulls in there. And it's like Allen and Genter, so there's also relics and things that are not necessarily all sports related, and it's multi-sport. It's kind of a cool product. Then on Monday night, we'll open another half case of mini football helmets. We will open a full case of TriStar Game Day Greats autographed football jerseys and another case of Impeccable Football. So that's what we're looking like in the days ahead, and I believe that takes me out for this evening. I think I am all finished up for the night. So one more time, thank you everyone for joining me. I appreciate you being here. I hope you come by and see me again tomorrow. I always like the company. Until then, take care now. Bye-bye.